Welcome to Fathers of the Faith for Covenant Kids, where we look back on the church fathers who raised the ramparts which defend our faith to present day. On this episode, we are learning about St. Nicholas of Myra. You may be familiar with him because the tradition and legend of old Santa Claus is based off of this old bishop's life. Let's take a closer look. My name is Grant, and joined with me are my three little saplings. The oldest is Lila.
What's up?
The middleest is Edward,
Which seems to be asleep.
who apparently needed a nap.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired too.
And our youngest sapling is Nora. How are you guys doing today?
I'm pretty good.
Sleepy.
You're sleepy? As always, apparently. Nora, how are you doing? You're doing great?
That's almost.
Are you guys excited that Christmas is coming pretty soon?
Yes! Yes!
Wow.
Yes, indeed. Oh, Nina,
How are you guys enjoying our Advent this year?
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. We got a Lego Christmas.
No. The Bible study one that we do. How do you guys like the Bible study Advent we do every morning?
Pretty cool.
Yeah?
We do it every morning. I love it.
Do you?
Love it.
Great. Going along with this Christmas theme, we're going to learn about old St. Nicholas. So Nicholas of Myra was born March of the year 270. So it was a long time ago. And he died in December, on the 6th of December, in the year 343. And so because the day of his death is 6th of December, that's why we celebrate St. Nicholas Day on December 6th. And we do that because Mommy's family celebrated that holiday where we wake up in the morning and you guys get your stockings on 6th of December, remember?
Mm-hmm. Did you do it?
I did not do that growing up. So Nicholas of Myra is said to have been born to wealthy parents, and they lived in Asia Minor area, which is modern-day Turkey area, on the modern-day Turkey. That's the name of a country, Eddie. A bird. I don't know why. I know it's kind of funny. But
Okay, carry on.
when his parents died, Nicholas was a bishop. He decided to actually give all his money away to the poor in his city. He didn't want to keep it. So he found ways to give to the poor and to do good deeds for people. And we're going to come back to that to finish the podcast. Another event that made St. Nicholas so popular is during the time when he was a bishop, which is what they called pastors back then. There was a man named Arius who was spreading a heresy in the church. And a heresy is a teaching that goes against the gospel in the Bible. So if you...
That's weird. If you're a pastor, then why are you going against the gospel?
Arius, who was also a teacher in the church, was starting to teach heresy. So the emperor Constantine put together a meeting with all the pastors of the empire. And they called this meeting a council. And they met in a city called Nicaea. So this became the Council of Nicaea. At this meeting, the Council of Nicaea, Arius was allowed to come to the meeting and tell everyone what it is that he believed about God. It was really wrong. You know what he was teaching? That the Son of God, Jesus, was created by God. So that means he had a beginning and he wasn't eternal. He also taught that God was not always God the Father. God only became Father once he created Son.
Yeah.
I wasn't a dad until we had you, Lila. Before that, I wasn't a father. And so all of the bishops were like, this guy is nuts and this is not what the Bible teaches. And they were starting to get really frustrated with Arius. Well, guess what St. Nicholas of Myra did?
What?
While Arius was teaching everyone what he believed about God, Nicholas got up and went up to him and just slapped him across the face.
That's hilarious.
And so this was one of the funny things about him that people talk about his life at the Council of Nicaea, is that he's the one who just got up and was so frustrated that he was teaching such bad things about the Bible and about God that he just slapped him. He was done with it. And the other really, really wrong thing that Arius taught was that Jesus was not one with the Father. He wasn't one with God. He was just like God. He's like, he's a really great, powerful person, being like God, but he's not really one with God, because we say they're the same, right? They're both God and both equal in power and essence and all that, but they're just a different person. One is God the Father and the other is God the Son. So you can see how Arius' teachings were not according to the Bible, and a big problem. When St. Nick was looking for ways to give to the poor, he also didn't ever want to get recognized for it. He didn't want people to be giving him a big applause and looking at him and saying, what a wonderful person he is, and giving away all his money to the poor and getting all this attention. He didn't want that. But he knew of people in his town and in the area that needed help. And he had the money, remember, from his parents who were wealthy. And so he just wanted to help them. So one of the things that he started to do, he would fill a bag of money, and then he would go at night and he would secretly throw it in people's windows and then take off and go back home. And this is legend, so it may not be true. But apparently one time when he was doing this, a man caught him and said, "Aha! It's been you who's been giving us money." And the man was very grateful and said, "Thank you so much for doing this. You're truly helping our family." And some people don't think this really happened, and other people have written books saying that this is indeed what St. Nick was doing. Now, I believe that he probably was doing secret nice things to people. To understand how this idea of Santa Claus, who comes secretly at night and gives presents to everyone, does nice things for everybody, could come from the story of St. Nicholas of Myra's life.
So basically, Santa Claus is real, which is St. Nick, so.
Sure. And parents can do what they want there. We love teaching about St. Nicholas of Myra and about his life, and to truly teach the history of this man. And the other thing that we can take from his life is, if you see a heretic, go and slap him. I'm just kidding. Totally don't do that. No kid. Parents, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Totally a joke.
Kids, please don't slap people.
All right.
Peoples.
We hope that you enjoyed this. We are glad we are in this Advent season. Go check out the website for the Daily Advent family worship liturgy that we wrote. And we hope you join us next week for another episode of Fathers of the Faith for Covenant Kids.
See